Hi guys, I thought I'd share some good news with you before the weekend. I'm feeling much better than in my previous videos, and I can tell you that my Patreon plan is going ahead. Yay! Next week I'm starting, and I did make some alterations because, well, the video editing software isn't cooperating. So I found a couple of other ways in which I can do enough for the Patreon, and I can do basically about everything that I wanted to, except for, do you know the feeling when you're on the way and you're going on a holiday or something, somewhere you don't know? You know, you're somewhere you don't know and you're by car and you're driving there and there's a roadblock because, well, they're working on the road or something. And then you have to take a detour, and at the first moments you're like frustrated because you didn't want to take a detour because you wanted to pass that village over there. Then you do take the detour and you find yourself in a place that's even better than you'd imagine the other place to be. Well, that's what happened with the Patreon. Once the frustration just leaked away a little bit, and the fatigue and everything, and I started looking at, this is where I'm at. Where can I go from here? The moment I started doing that, I realized that, there were a couple of better options. So, and you know what? Your feedback on the previous videos has been wonderful. And Caroline from the United States, she's been helping me so much, by sort of helping me level out this sort of overactive head that was completely in hyperdrive and panic, like, I want to start now, what to do. And it was just really, it's so lovely to have someone you can talk to, who really gets you. And that's really wonderful. So Caroline, thank you so much for your help. It's been precious, really, really wonderful. And all your comments, by the way, have been really wonderful. So the Patreon is going live next week. I've prepared things. I'm almost ready to go now. So there's just a couple of little things I have to adapt to, like the new situation. But those things are workable and doable and really super lovely. So the last thing I wanted to say is, in one of the previous videos, I said one of the reasons I wanted to do the Patreon is because I also want to have ad-free videos here on YouTube. But then I was informed, I know I've been getting updates about YouTube's new policies and everything. I have to say I didn't read them. So I was informed that YouTube is going to monetize every video from now on, from a certain length and everything. So if you, as the producer of the video, the maker of the video, don't monetize yourself, YouTube will, and they will take the revenue. Well, that wasn't fair, I thought. So I decided I was going to put the ads back on, monetize it myself. And what I intend to do for those who want to stay here on YouTube, because there's going to be lots more reviews coming and lots more demos. It's been a little quiet in that area. But, recently I found so much paint that's still, waiting for a review, like the Paul Rubens and everything, and there is much more. So I'm going to be doing that shortly. I'm going to start all those videos, but they're going to be with ads on, and I'm so sorry, but I couldn't stop it anyway because YouTube was going to do it. So what I want to try and do, what I will do at any rate from now on, is I will see if I can minimize the ads because I set up a Patreon, to generate income with the work that I do. So I don't necessarily want income from my YouTube videos, even though some people say you should. But, recently there is a couple of video channels that I was following who put so many ads into their work, or maybe YouTube did that, because I remember one of my last reviews, I got a comment from one of the viewers who said, there are so many ads in there, and I looked and I couldn't find them. So I don't know if this was a hiccup on YouTube or something. I didn't put them in there. But recently I've been seeing quite a few YouTube videos myself that were just so stuffed with ads that I just stopped watching the videos altogether. So what I promise to do now is that on my Patreon, I'm going to put all the YouTube videos, the exact same videos that are here I'm going to put on Patreon ad-free. So yes, then I think it's $3. The starting tier, it's a supporter tier. You'll have everything you see here on YouTube for free. And I've decided to do that because personally, I am very impatient. So if I see lots of ads, I'll just, I hate them. I really hate them. I can't even express to you how much I hate them. And I watched a video last night from another YouTuber, Kate from The Last Homely House, who's also pretty devastated that she has to monetize her YouTube videos now. I won't go back to review all the existing videos. First I intended to do so and then minimize all the ads on there. But the thing is, I'm going to be really busy with my Patreon and also with making new videos because, you know, I'm back in the saddle and I feel the flow again and I want to get going in that direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be uploading all the YouTube videos to another platform as well that do not do ads and then put them on Patreon. So that's going to be my starter tier. And then I'm also going to make the YouTube videos, the free videos, a bit shorter because they are very, very long because I'm very, very wordy, as you all know. And I've decided that perhaps for YouTube it would be better to make them a little bit shorter and perhaps, you know, more that I'll post more regularly and more frequently than I have. Although this week I've posted many videos, although they were all panicky vlogs about, you know, the situation here. So things I'm going to sort of like structure things a little bit more because now I've got the perspective of everything I'm doing on Patreon and everything I want to do on YouTube. And I still want to be here and offer my reviews and, you know, some demos and videos. I want to keep offering that for free because, you know, I want everyone to be able to see things like this and to be inspired to make art because, you know, art is a lifesaver. It really, really is. And it should not just be for those with a thick wallet. So I will always be making free videos for as long as YouTube will keep offering them to the viewers because I'm a little bit afraid, you know, with the paid option. So if you pay for YouTube, you can get rid of all the ads. So I'm holding my breath a little bit for the future developments, but for now, this is where we are. So, yeah, we're going right ahead with it. So, yeah, it's going to start next week and, I will post a video of my Patreon plan and all the tiers that are in there and everything you'll be able to do there because it's going to be much more, there's going to be much more possibilities and interaction than here on YouTube, although I will also still be here on YouTube. I've decided to cut down my Facebook and Instagram attempts because those platforms, they've gone really bonkers over, you know, with the algorithms. They're pushing down everyone who they think has, you know, a business, even though as an artist you can really seriously question how much of a business that really is. But anyway, so I won't even bother anymore. I mean, I still do have a Facebook. I still do have an Instagram. I might be on there every now and then, but no, I've sort of picked my platforms, and this is going to be it, and the Patreon, and of course my blog. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my, if you want to keep informed, that is, right, you can subscribe to my newsletter. If you go to my website, mandyvalgooijen.com, on the top right, you will see somewhere a possibility to subscribe to my newsletter. It could be called Mandy Mail. I have to update my website and blog too. And then you will get a monthly newsletter. Perhaps it may be twice this month because I'm launching the Patreon and I want to inform everyone on what I'm doing. But it's not intended for spamming you. It's not intended. I mean, I will also upload work to my online shop this month, and I will of course announce in the newsletter that my shop is updated, but I'm not gonna sort of like shove it down your throat as a newsletter reader. Mainly I want my newsletter to be you know, a little piece of inspiration, sharing things that I think are worth sharing. And I haven't written a newsletter for so long that I sat down yesterday evening for some inspiring things that I wanted to share. And I easily got to 30 things, so I'm going to narrow that one down and keep something for next time. So yes, well, I'm feeling pretty good. I hope you're feeling pretty good as well. And I hope to see some of you or all of you or, you know, on my Patreon next week. That would be really great. And this September, an interactive project is going to start on Patreon. So that's something to keep your eye out for as well. And until then, there's lots and lots to do anyway. So, well, is there anything else I've left to say? I'm not really sure. This weekend, I hope I'm gonna ask my husband later today if he's gonna install the upside down camera arm for me so I can much more easily film overhead. Because this week I was filming overhead with a tripod, and I really bumped into the tripod so hard that it just toppled over and it hit my glass of water. So fortunately it didn't fall over all the way, but you know, it was quite annoying. So I'm really, really desperate for him to install that. And yeah, and then hopefully I can get a new computer soon and all the video editing software going again. But until then, I think I found a pretty good solution that's going to work for me for the time being. So thank you so much for listening to all my all this week's goings on, and I hope you find yourselves well. And thank you so much again for your feedback and your comments. They're very, very, very much appreciated, and I can't even begin to express how lovely it is that some of my what some people call competition here on YouTube also you know, get involved and very kindly share their experiences with me. You know, I like that very much about the art world. You know, there is some competition out there, but in general I find that, you know, the ones really crazy about art tend to also be very kind to each other. So thank you guys, thank you very much. Have a really, really good weekend, and see you again next week with the Patreon launch. Until then, bye.